Hi guys, and welcome back to Jet in Airways, where a smile goes a long way. Well, we have found a bug with the ATR 72. One of my pilots for Jet In has been tearing his hair out, and we're having all sorts of issues. So we've been experimenting and trying to find out if this is a bug or whether we're doing something wrong. And I think we have actually found a bug. So I think the best thing for me to do right now is to put it on YouTube in this little video, because if we're tearing our hair out and having problems, some of you guys out there are probably tearing your hair out and having problems. Okay, so we've experimented and worked our butts off to try and fix it so that you don't have to. You can get flying and be happy again. Okay, so let's have a look. I call it the cold and dark bug. Now, you're spawned into the runway here in your ATR, but you think, oh, I wanted to do a cold and dark startup. Don't worry, we can do that down here. We can come to the electronic flight bag and we can go to aircraft and we can hit the cold and dark button, and that's going to make the plane cold and dark, and you're happy. You think, yes, I'm going to do a wonderful cold and dark startup. Well, I've got news for you guys, and it's all bad, I'm afraid. If you spawned in onto the runway and all the lights were on and you've hit the cold and dark to get it to the cold and dark state, well, I'm afraid it's going to end in tears. It is going to end in tears, guys. Let's have a look here. We'll flick on the main power switch, okay. Then we'll come down here and we will turn on the ground power. Okay. Then we'll come up to the overhead panel again and we can see we have ground power available, so we hit that one. Okay. So now we have ground power, connected to ground power. All the pretty lights are coming on. And this is good. This is good. We're going to do a cold and dark startup very soon. Okay. So you've checked your throttles and your levers and everything. Okay, so it's time to start our engines. We're not doing all the correct procedures, guys. We're just showing you what happens once you've turned off everything and gone to cold and dark. Let's see if the engines will start. Okay, so we're going to turn the engine starts round to start A and B. We're going to turn on the right fuel pump there, and we're going to try and start the right engine. And here we go. Let's see what happens here. Now, these lights should be coming on as the engine spools up and starts up. But as you can see, it is dead as a dodo. Absolutely dead as a dodo. Okay. You could turn it off and start it again and try anything you want. But there's no way. There's no way these lights are coming on, guys. And there's no way these engines are going to start. Okay. You can have these throttles up, you can have the levers up, put them where you want, but it's just not going to start. These will stay grey and your propellers will not go round. Okay, and that's the state of the aircraft, guys. If you spawn in onto the runway and all the lights are on, if you're all started up, and if you switch the button to go to cold and dark and try and start up again, your engines just will not start. Okay. Now, however, if I spawned in over here at a ramp or a gate, if I spawn in at a ramp or a gate, things are quite different. Let's have a look what happens. Right, so here we are, and we're going to spawn in again. I spawned in there last time on the end of the runway. This time I'm going to spawn over here at the ramp 43. Click that as departure. Okay. and we're going to spawn into there. Right guys, as you can see, I've spawned into a ramp. You could spawn into a gate or a ramp, and automatically the plane is in absolutely cold and dark. So when I spawned in over there on the runway, all the lights and avionics were on. The engines weren't running, but the avionics were on. So I turned it off to go to cold and dark, turned all the avionics on, and the engines would not start, dead as a dodo. So I've spawned in here at a ramp. You could spawn in at a gate. So let's come in here and let's try it all over again. Aircraft, let's come in here. We got the wheel chocks on. First thing we'll do is turn on our power battery, and we'll come down here again and we'll turn on the ground power request. Okay, got ground power request on, ground power available here, so we'll turn that on. Now we're just going to wait a minute just to let all the avionics fire up. Okay, now this is the state that it was in when we spawned in on the runway. Okay, the engines were not going. We were spawned in at this state when we spawned in at the runway, but there's no way those engines were going to fire up. Right, so now we've got our systems fired up. Check that our levers, all my levers are down. I'm not sure if that's where they're supposed to be, but that's where they are right now. Okay, so let's come in up here and see if we can do a cold and dark startup. Let's take our engine starter switch down to start A and B. We'll turn on the right fuel, and then we'll turn on the right engine starter. Let's have a look and see if we get some lights down here. And yes, you can see the right engine is starting up. Let's come outside, and the fan is going around beautifully, just like the fan in my office. It keeps me warm, keeps me cool in the summer. There we are, that is starting up beautifully. Now since that's starting up, we got to lift up our throttle, our feather here. We're going to take that up to that notch there. Now normally you would only take the right one up, but for some reason my throttles are not working. I can't get them going properly, so I'm taking both of them up together. Okay, I know that's not the right thing to do. Okay, so let's come up here now and we'll get the left engine fuel underway there, and we'll hit start for the left engine. Let's come on down here and see what happens. And yes, they're going green. They're getting fuel. Both engines are getting fuel. Let's go outside, and yes, both of those beautiful fans are chopping away there, going well. Now normally you'd come in here again and you'd bring the second lever up, but because mine are working in unison, I can't seem to separate them. They're both up. Okay, so both engines are getting what they need exactly. Okay, also need to turn this around to TO, ready for takeoff. So there we are guys, we have a cold and dark startup, but to do a cold and dark startup you cannot start on a runway. If you start on a runway, come over here and switch to cold and dark, your engines will still not start. Okay, it's the cold and dark bug. You must spawn in at a ramp or a parking area or a gate or a ramp for a cold and dark startup to be effective. Okay, that's all for today. Just that little bug fix. I'm sure there's people out there who may run into this problem, and you could be tearing your hair out for hours figuring why your plane's not starting. But there you go guys, thanks for watching. Now on my channel, Jet and Airways, we have a Discord. You're welcome to join the Discord. Join the team. We have a great flying group. We head off on group flights. We just chat, we solve problems and help each other learn to fly planes. It's for the seasoned flyers as well as absolute first day beginners, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. And you can fly a plane for Jet and Airways, which is a heck of a lot of fun too. Now this 74 ATR on Sunday, if you join the Discord, on Sunday we have a big reveal because we have a whole brand new livery design for Jet and Airways for this plane, for the 72, and I've got to tell you, it looks so sweet. It looks so gorgeous. So join the Discord. You'll see it under my channel title if you go to my channel, and you'll be the first in the world to see the brand new livery for this beautiful Jet ATR 72. The first in the world to see Jetton's brand new livery for this lovely plane. So join the Discord, hit the like, join the channel, and have a lot of fun with some like-minded people. We're not here to make money. It's all free. Just come along and enjoy yourself. Hope the video was helpful, and I'll talk to you again soon. Stay safe, guys. Enjoy your flight simulator. Over and out.